Bob came in behind him. The initial descent was tight, but not a real squeeze until you came to the corkscrew section. It took a little jog to the side and required a caver to twist his body in one direction, then back the other. Careful twisting of shoulders one way, then hips the other, was necessary to continue to move forward. After this, Neil's feet and legs would come out the other side and hit the wall just on the other side of the lower shaft. There was a little clearance above his head, so he could lean forward and look down between his legs to see where he was heading next. This would be the only view he got of what lies beneath, so he took a quick look and was shocked at the tiny size of the hole below. With Bob behind him, it was too late to back out now, so he started pushing the bunch of ladder that was collected at the end of the corkscrew. They weren't exactly sure how far down this shaft would go, but it looked to be around 40 feet, so they brought a 75-foot ladder just to be sure. This bunch of rope and metal was pushed off the ledge and caught up in the column of the shaft below. Neil continued to use the rope ladder to brace himself, but this tunnel was more narrow than the shaft above. He started down the elliptical hole beneath him. This hole was only 18 inches wide, so it was a struggle to move down, even with his thin frame. As he moved along, he used his feet to push the rope ladder and free it from entanglements along the way. One hand held tight to the ladder, while the other reached down to feel along the walls of the hole. He told Bob that the ladder was hung up, and they might need to pull it up a bit. So Bob started back up to the exit and expected Neil to follow. As Neil prepared to move, he could feel that a boulder was blocking part of the pathway down. He was completely constricted in this path and couldn't just bend down and try to move the boulder. He felt around the walls to find that there was a slight indentation that made a bit of an alcove. He moved down to a lower position and slid his body into the small alcove in the wall. This allowed him to bend down a bit and try to move the boulder. He was feeling the exhaustion of the hours of working to get to this point, and the uncomfortable exertion of reaching below him and trying to use such force to move a large rock. He was able to slide it to the side, but it tumbled away from him a few feet and wedged into the shaft below. The rock was now on top of the bundle of rope and pinned it to the side of the shaft. As Neil tried to get his footing and push up the narrow hole, he was having a tough time getting past the constriction. The ladder was now twisted in a less favorable position, with the metal tube rungs blocking part of the opening. Neil adjusted and turned to try to find an ideal angle of attack. Nothing really seemed to be working, so he stepped on a ladder rung and pushed his body up firmly. This actually put him in a worse position,